I do believe, help me overcome my unbelief. Mark 9:24. These words, cried out by a desperate father, resonate with many of us. We want to believe. We yearn for the strength and peace that come with unwavering faith. Yet doubt whispers in our ears, questioning, challenging, and tempting us to lose heart. Remember the father who pleaded with Jesus to heal his son? He confessed his struggle with doubt, acknowledging his human frailty. This raw honesty is the first step toward experiencing the power of faith. We don't need perfect faith. We need sincere faith, even if it's as small as a mustard seed. Like the man in the gospel, we can approach God with humility, acknowledging our doubts and asking for his help to strengthen our belief. This simple act of surrender opens the door for God to work wonders in our lives. He honors our genuine desire to trust him, even when our faith feels small and fragile. What exactly is faith? Hebrews 11:1 tells us. Now, faith is confidence in what we hope for and assurance about what we do not see. Faith isn't about conjuring up feelings or denying our doubts. It's about trusting in God's promises, even when we don't see the evidence with our physical eyes. Imagine a farmer planting a seed in the ground. He can't see the harvest yet, but he trusts that with time, sunshine, and rain, the seed will sprout and grow. Faith is similar. We may not see the answers to our prayers right away, but we can be confident that God is working behind the scenes, orchestrating events according to his perfect will and timing. Our part is to plant the seeds of faith through prayer, obedience, and trust in his word. Then we wait patiently, knowing that in God's time we will reap a harvest of blessings. Have you ever felt like you're facing an insurmountable mountain? A problem so big, a fear so overwhelming that it seems impossible to overcome? Jesus said, "Truly I tell you, if you have faith as small as a mustard seed, you can say to this mountain, 'Move from here to there,' and it will move. Nothing will be impossible for you." Matthew 17:20. This verse isn't just about moving physical mountains, it's about overcoming any obstacle that stands in our way. Whether it's illness, financial hardship, relationship struggles, or the fear that threatens to paralyze us, faith can move mountains. Even a tiny amount of faith, combined with God's power, can achieve extraordinary results. Remember, the size of our faith isn't as important as the object of our faith. When we place our trust in God, even the most daunting challenges can be overcome. Section 4. Be still. In the midst of uncertainty and turmoil, it's easy to feel overwhelmed by anxiety and fear. Our minds race, trying to find solutions, control outcomes, and silence the what-ifs that echo in our thoughts. But Psalm 46 verse 10 offers a different perspective. He says, "Be still and know that I am God. I will be exalted among the nations. I will be exalted in the earth." Sometimes, the most courageous act of faith is to simply be still, to quiet our anxious thoughts and surrender our worries to God, to trust that He is in control even when our circumstances seem chaotic. When we choose stillness over striving, we create space for God to speak to our hearts. We open ourselves to His peace, which transcends all understanding and guards our hearts and minds in Christ Jesus, as stated in Philippians 4 verse 7. Section 5. Strength in weakness. We may feel weak, inadequate, or ill-equipped to handle the challenges that life throws our way. But it is in those moments of weakness that God's strength shines brightest. 2 Corinthians 12 verses 9 through 10 tells us, "But he said to me, 'My grace is sufficient for you, for my power is made perfect in weakness. Therefore I will boast all the more gladly about my weaknesses, so that Christ's power may rest on me.'" God doesn't expect us to be strong in our own might. He invites us to lean on Him to draw strength from His inexhaustible supply. When we acknowledge our weaknesses, we create space for His power to work in and through us. Our weaknesses don't disqualify us from experiencing God's grace and power. In fact, they often become the very channels through which His strength flows most freely. Section 6. Finding purpose in pain. Life is full of trials, heartaches, and disappointments. It's easy to become discouraged, to question God's goodness, and to wonder if there's any purpose in our pain. But James 1 verses 2 through 4 offers a powerful perspective. "Consider it pure joy, my brothers and sisters, whenever you face trials of many kinds, because you know that the testing of your faith produces perseverance. Let perseverance finish its work so that you may be mature and complete, not lacking anything. Our trials, though painful, can actually be opportunities for growth and maturity in our faith. When we persevere through difficult times, trusting in God's love and sovereignty, our faith deepens, our character is refined, and our hope is strengthened. We may never understand the why behind every trial, but we can trust that God is using our experiences to shape us into the people He created us to be. He promises to work all things together for good for those who love Him and are called according to His purpose, as stated in Romans 8, verse 20.